Well, April 15th now right around the corner. In fact, it's Monday. If you haven't already filed your taxes, man, you're going to have a lousy weekend. You've only got a few days left to get it done. Most Americans looking for some tax relief, particularly on the heels of several years of high inflation, which turned out to be a de facto tax on many of us. Of course, our friends over at Tax Network USA are experts on things when it comes to taxes, just about everything, in fact. Plus, they can guide you in finding tax relief if you've gotten behind or owe them a pile of money. The Vice President of Tax Network USA, Joshua Hanna, joining me again to share his expertise. Joshua, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about what your company does. When you talk about tax relief, obviously, if you owe them taxes, they don't care if you ever call. Hey, that's nice to see you. See you later. If you owe them one penny, they're going to be on you. They've got all sorts of new agents. You might have heard about that, folks. All sorts of new agents. They're bored. They need somebody to talk to. And if you haven't paid your taxes, they're going to talk to you if you don't do it on time. Isn't that right?
Well, they've been waiting on the funding. So they've been sitting on their hands. Now they have the funding. They're hiring rapidly, integrating new systems such as AI to spy on bank accounts, understand your financials before they get to you. So the biggest thing you want to do is you want to avoid speaking to them directly. Okay, there's a lot of things that we can do to keep them at bay, put together a strategy for you, and get the maximum amount of savings on your tax bill. Another thing that they're not accounting for right now is inflation. Okay, they're going off IRS standards from like 2018. So we're able to adjust it, your financials, so it reflects the actual cost of goods and of living to get the maximum amount of savings.
All right. So what type, is it a full service tax company? What you do? Full service tax relief, full service tax filing, full service red phone to the IRS, whatever it takes to get it done.
Absolutely. So we have strategies to help you save on your tax bill, even if you're not in debt. We have tax planning strategies. We have tax relief strategies. We can represent you on audits. Anything. We're a one-stop shop for anything tax related.
Tell me what this is. Tell me what an offer in compromise is, because it sounds like an important term I need to understand, and you're going to help me with it, please.
Well, the offer in compromise is basically a lump sum settlement. But unfortunately, the IRS uses it as a bait and switch. The IRS may tell you, hey, don't worry, you're going to get a settlement. Just fill out these forms. And then next thing you know, you're over disclosing things that you're not necessarily required to. And it puts you in a situation where you're paying more. Our job is to legally figure out the best strategy to pay the least amount of taxes. We don't work for the government. We're licensed with the IRS, but we work for the taxpayer.
Yeah, you work for the good guys, the people that are working every day. What about small companies? A lot of them facing a lot of disabilities and challenges, certainly since COVID, all of those things. A lot of companies went out of business, never to return. Any tax relief options available for small business owners facing financial trouble right now?
Absolutely. Right now, they don't want businesses to close, ironically. So they are offering powerful programs that will allow business owners and individuals who are self-employed to settle their back taxes, maybe for a lesser amount, give them a stay until their business shows, a sign of doing better financially before they have to pay. There's plenty of programs. The best thing, if you're a business owner, the best thing to do is give us a call. It's a free consultation. We'll understand your needs and what strategy best fits you and your business, and then we can take it from there.
Obviously, being organized helps. I wasn't too good at it until I got married. Now I'm really good at it, which I mean to say my wife is really good at it, so I'm much more organized. But let's talk about documentation, information, because when you show up, you've got to show up with a lot of documentation. They're going to go through it, aren't they? What do we need as taxpayers to provide to the IRS when we're seeking tax relief assistance?
One of the best benefits our clients have using us is that they don't have to scramble for information. We set a blueprint and a strategy to make sure you're not scrambling. So everything we send to the IRS is accepted, and you get the maximum amount of savings on whether it's your future taxes, your back taxes. We make sure we keep everything organized. A lot of people I hear, they say, hey, well, I've seen your ads for 5 months. I just don't have my documents. Don't do that, because the IRS can come after you immediately. call us. We'll put
Yeah.
together a strategy, set a checklist, get you organized. You know.
Yeah, I'd like to help you, Mr. IRS. I don't have that. Don't do this. Certain things you don't say to certain people. All right. And real quickly, last thing, Joshua. How long does it take? Somebody gives you a call. They're in the process. Tax day's Monday. Maybe you can't get it done by Monday. Maybe you can. I don't know. How long does this process take for resolution of a tax? I'll just call it a crisis.
You know, some cases can take 60 days, 90 days. Some cases can take, up to a year. I think that the best plan of action is really just sitting down, going through a questionnaire with one of our tax professionals. It's a private conversation, and we can really figure out what type of case this is and how quickly we can get it settled. But one thing I wouldn't do right now is think, hey, it's Monday, I'm going to handle that later. I'm already too late. Acting now is probably the best thing you can do, regardless of your situation.
Yeah, procrastination is not your friend in this situation. Tell the folks how they can find you if they're saying, hey, you know what, I'd like to talk to that guy. How do they do that?
They can call 800-245-6000 for a private conversation. They can also fill out a form to be contacted same day or next business day. They can just visit tnusa.com, put their phone number, name, email, and a brief description of their problem, and we can get on board.
Let's get her done, Joshua. Monday's coming. Folks, don't put off filing your taxes. They're not they're not just very humored by that, I'd say. Joshua, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it.